everyone, welcome back to Anaccidental Retiree. I'm Tammy E, and today we have a Metaphysical Monday for August 2024. And this is my channel, and if you haven't been here before, you'll know that I do these Metaphysical Mondays, and I do a little, right now I'm doing a lot of unboxing. I'll probably in the future just show you some things that I like to have around me during different months of the year next year, because I'm trying not to purchase too much stuff. But you know, if I have something that's metaphysically resonating, I probably will show it to you. And I'm going to start off today then with something that I've had for a long time from JTV, which is my little owl. And he always made me feel kind of protected, kind of just a little bit safer within myself, giving me a little confidence that I could come up against some things. And I purchased him right before I went to my last place where I taught, and it was a very, very stressful situation. And the days that I wore him, I should have worn him every day. Maybe that would have helped. But I didn't want to, because there was so much icky stuff. I wanted to be able to enjoy him anyway. But I did have better days when I wore it. Except for the day I tried to get into the building, the first time I wore it. I tried to get into that building to move in, and then I couldn't, and it was just really frustrating for me. And you may have noticed I've been wearing these caftans, and many of them come from a place called Gypsy Blue Live for Free off of Amazon. So I just thought I'd mention them. And yeah. Anyway, and each one, it says, is one of a kind. I love this one. This one is kind of my favorite. I'm going to be wearing it more than Metaphysical Mondays. I can't wait to wear it sometime this fall, or whenever the mood strikes me that this would be the ideal thing to wear. So yeah, I like this one. It's very comfy, and it's you know, it's not too long or anything. So this is kind of my favorite one so far. Anyway, I forgot to do something yesterday, and I am going to be putting a video in, editing this out, so you won't even know what I forgot and what I put in and took out. And yeah, there was a little bit of a problem yesterday in my organization. I organize, but sometimes you make mistakes when you organize, and that's what happened yesterday. This is for August. I'm filming it at the end of July again, which I didn't think I was going to have. You'll see this at the end of August. I know. Anyway, I'm going to go through some things that I have and different places that I got them from. Hopefully I can tell you about. I don't think I have anything too much this month from Sage Goddess. I might. Maybe I have something that I'm supposed to have out here. I have some things that, like some perfumes from Sage Goddess, but I don't think I have anything in here from Sage Goddess. Oh, I think I have something in my box here. I'm going to just double check here. What did I have here? Just to show you. That wouldn't be it. That's crazy. I'll figure it out as I go along, maybe. Because I can't right now. I don't see it. It's really weird. I organized these, but maybe I didn't organize them well enough. So let's just see what I have in this bag. But before that, I wanted a message, which had to do with this. And it is Lionsgate that's coming up here in August. Actually, late July. I'm on the 23rd, 24th. It starts to open up. And then it goes through August 12th. And interestingly, in my family, I had two people die on the 12th. My grandfather and my uncle, whom I was close to. Our family was close to. My aunt's husband, and he stayed close to our family. And in fact, he married my great aunt for a short time. So he was my uncle and then my great uncle for a short period of time. And I'm very close to his grandchildren. Yeah. And his children were like brother and sister to me kind of growing up. So anyway, and so and I think I've told you how, anyway, I found that interesting when I found out that Lionsgate, which is supposedly Christ consciousness, is closer to us during this time. And it starts to be close to, like we have at the very first part of the month, the beginning of shadow season, which is the first harvest. And metaphysical practitioners often do self-reflection, which is much like what we do during Lent. I do it both times of the year, and I find that this time of the year is better for me to do it because I go a little bit deeper into myself, not so much, and look at the darker part of my personality more during this time. During Lent, I like to give up swearing, or my best one is Facebook. And I didn't do that this year. Next year, I'm going to do that for sure. But I felt I was swearing a little bit too much. So yeah, I did that. Anyway, I'm going to be really doing a little series on shadow work that I'm doing that is more like self-reflection and trying to deal with my darker nature and kind of merge it with my lighter nature to make myself a better person. Anyway, so it's a little self-reflective portion of the year for me. And I think for a lot of people that delve in that area. Anyway, so let's see what I have here. First of all, I have these beautiful earrings. I'm going to cut this here. These beautiful earrings, and I'm going to put where they're from on the video. These are carnelian earrings. I didn't have any quite like this. They're very pretty. I'll just show you in the package. They came in a box like this, and they look like this. I'm really looking forward to these, and they're in gold, which my wedding stuff is in gold, so that's what's really cool about those. So those are my carnelian earrings. From Sage Goddess, a blue tiger's eye, which also had a little wolf perfume, I believe it is. And they have the wolf there, which I have a wolf figurine I will be taking down for a bit until we get closer to November. And then I'll use more tiger's eye then. And you might see something from tiger's eye in October or November that I have acquired. And anyway, so this will be going up where the wolf is today, because we're beginning Lionsgate, and then the wolf will be put away someplace for safekeeping, and then I'll be bringing that out again, but for the winter months. But I kept the wolf up longer. Well, I brought it out late and then kept it up longer than I would usually this year. Anyway, here's the blue tiger's eye stone for meditation that I have. And then they have a little perfume here, which is wolf perfume. So, which is a very masculine scent, I think. This came with also wolf body lotion, which I gave to my daughter. So I'll probably give that sample of wolf to her because I think she likes it better than I do. But we'll see. Anyway, but I'm keeping the stone. And then I had, because I wanted this to connect to Christ consciousness, even though, and it's for, creativity and so on, and I could have had it up sooner. Sage Goddess is going through a bit of an upheaval because there was a divorce between the founder and her husband, who also manages it, and so I'm not going to probably have as many things from Sage Goddess for a while because I don't want to get I don't know, it just seems a little messy to me, and I just not going in. She has something called Athena's Lair now, which when she gets an Etsy shop, I'll take a look at it, but so far the things don't necessarily resonate with me either, so I don't know. But it's too bad. Divorces are tough. I'll get into that sometime, but not right now. I have never been divorced. Hopefully I never will be. But anyway, this is a hessonite garnet. You can just see the hessonite a little bit there. It's a little bit more greener than I would want necessarily, but it's supposed to be raw hessonite. I would say there's some other composite stone here, but anyway, definitely the oranger rusty spots are that hessonite garnet. So this one is not too gemmy, I would say, but it's nice. It's a nice little, tea light holder. So, but it gives me more of a vibe for this time of year because it doesn't have that. Anyway, so that is what I got from Sage Goddess this time around. And so yesterday when I was filming this initially, I got a little flustered because even though I organized all of my things for it, I had one thing that was supposed to be in something else, a haul. So when I order things that I want to highlight for a Metaphysical Monday, or I bring in things that are mine already that I want to talk about, and then I have a message, also, I have it kind of planned. I really do actually now have these a little bit planned, not off the cuff completely. Anyway, I thought I had one thing in this one, but I put it in a different one, and it was just a little bit of a mess. So, and then I found this brooch that was supposed to be in my winter brooch haul. So I'm going to cut that out, and I filmed something already for that particular haul. And then I have this one that I'm going to insert in the mix when I take the other thing out. Anyway, I'm not buying as many things from Sage Goddess from now on, going forward until they get things settled, because there's a whole management thing going on, and I know about it and people know about it, and it just isn't I don't want to get involved in that. I have enough drama of my own. Don't need anybody else's rodeo affecting my life or anything whatsoever, and I don't want to support that kind of thing going on either. So, until they get things ironed out, I don't know that I'm going to be purchasing as much anyway. And, but there are some things that, like, I wanted to restock something that I had, and they are having some nice sales. Maybe they're going to go out. I don't know. That's kind of a sign when people have big sales a lot all the time. That's a sign that there's some struggling going on or some new things going on with the business, and that's what's happening with them. So I don't know what's going to happen moving forward. It's all kind of too bad because I've really enjoyed the classes I took through them and so on. But anyway, I'm getting off the topic now. I wanted to insert this, which is from Sage Goddess, and it is called the Super 7 pendant, and it looks like this. It's really beautiful. I had to get this, and actually I purchased this before I knew about the divorce in the management and the kind of like custody of the company they're fighting over. That's what it looks like. Anyway, so I have this handy dandy little thing. This is the Super 7 pendant. It's a natural piece of Super 7. And what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to heal you spiritually and physically, while it also protects you. So, and what it has in it is some wonderful things. Amethyst, quartz, which amplifies all the other elements that are in it. smoky quartz, coxonite, rutili, gothite, and lepidocrosite. So all of those things are in Super 7. Anyway, and I may have massacred coxonite and rutile. I'm not sure. I think it's rutile. But gothite I know. And lepidocrosite, I don't know if you can say that 3 or 4 times. But anyway, so the other thing I wanted to talk about in this is Lion's Gate. Like I said, I'll be talking more about shadow work in the coming months. Today we talked a little bit about Lion's Gate and how, whoopsie, my lion is covered up, and how we associate the lion kind of, if you think about C.S. Lewis's Chronicles of Narnia, Aslan, the lion, is supposed to be that Jesus Christ consciousness, symbolically, and that's where we get the Lion's Gate. We are supposed to be able to be, there's a star that, you know, they associate with the Christ star, and it's closer at this time of year or something like that. There's a planetary thing with that too. So, you know, so this is the Lion's Gate that's opening up, and, you know, it's a good time to, you know, I like to start my shadow work during this time, because, you know, I want Jesus to always guide me in what I do, God to guide me in what I do. So, so that's what this is about. And you'll be seeing that up there for a while, and then I'll be taking it down for next year. And eventually you'll see the wolf back up where he is, but I'll maybe make him a little different spot next year. We'll see, because I'm trying to declutter a little bit, and I don't know. So far, not so successful. But anyway, and that was kind of the focus of this video. So I'm going to put this information about Lion's Gate in, and you know, hopefully it'll look a little more seamless than too choppy and so on. But I did want to tell you a little bit more about Lion's Gate, which in the Old Farmer's Almanac, I got this information, most of it from, and some of it, of course, from Athena's Sage Goddess website. But anyway, and it's not just Athena, but the Sage Goddess thing. Anyway, it has, Lion's Gate is between July 26th and August 12th. And the peak of it is on August 8th, which I find really interesting. And someday I'll come back to that when I do my Pathfinder true crime stuff. I also have a personal connection to it, which I find interesting too. But anyway, Athena used to say it was in her teachings that it was time for being connected to Christ consciousness, because it involves Sirius, which is often connected as with the Christ star, I believe. And anyway, what it is in astrology is that Sirius, the sun, and Orion all line up. And that is what the Lion's Gate is. And it was historically a time when the Nile flooded in Egypt, and so that was, you know, a part of their agriculture and crops prospering. So that is in the mix of Lion's Gate too. And so it's a time for wealth and prosperity, you know, and abundance and manifestation. You're supposed to be able to do all those things during that time. So, and the final walk of Jesus, this is where the Jesus part comes in. was at the Lion's Gate from the Lion's Gate in Jerusalem. And so that's where that Lion's Gate comes in. And so, you know, you have that idea of also having Christ's consciousness here. I always kind of look at it as it's, you know, the time of where I start thinking about the things I want to manifest during the next year. And in order to do that, I'm going to have to reflect because shadow season is starting like August 1st with the beginning of the first harvest. I think of that as my second reflection. Remember, I will have talked a little bit about Lent and how I do some things earlier in this video, but then what I like to think of is that I start going inward and looking at those things about me that I am not too happy about. And I start, you know, doing some deep reflection. And I usually have some books that guide me. I'm going to do a different one this year, and I'll be showing you that in September, what I'm working with, and telling you a little bit more about it. Or maybe I'll do another video and then I will tell you about it. I think I don't know, but I'll be talking about it later on. And maybe you'll get a bonus Metaphysical Monday somewhere in here where I'm not wearing a caftan probably, because I'm going to do it a little differently. But anyway, so what, or maybe I'll wear this one. That might be an idea. But anyway, so, you know, I had with that Lionsgate thing, I don't have a lion's pin. Maybe I should get one. But I have my Ralph Lauren dragonfly, which in Christian tradition, we often think of dragonflies. They're mayflies and then they become dragonfly, you know, and the dragonflies, as they get older, they get their colors and so on. So, you know, and that's where we think of that as transformation, and then they die. So, you know, that is kind of what shadow season is about, is transformation. That's what Lent is about for Christians, is the transformation later of Jesus into the Holy Spirit and so on like that, where, you know, yeah, if you believe in the Holy Trinity and all that kind of thing. But anyway, and then there's all kinds of variations of how people believe in that too. But anyway, that is what this is about at this time of year. And like I have cousins who were born during Lionsgate. My favorite aunt was born during Lionsgate. You know, and I have some friends that were born during Lionsgate too. In fact, most of my good friends were born during Lionsgate. My husband was born just after Lionsgate. So, and my son-in-law was born at the height of Lionsgate. So I thought I would just put in a little bit with Metaphysical Monday here and check in. I'm playing with a microphone. I don't know if it's really helping at all, but so it is. Because it's shadow season, I was wearing this peacock because we transitioned from the peacock into the phoenix, and then we rise from the ashes with our shadow work after it's completed. In this year as a Christian more, and from a psychological standpoint. And part of my shadow work I began in August, late July, with my trauma series looking at my childhood. And lo and behold, the book that I'm using, which is more psychologically based, it is an in-depth guide based on Carl Jung's work by Felix R. Buchwald, and it's called Shadow Work, Journal and Workbook. So, and it has about 2 parts to it. It will be talking about, in this month I'll be mostly reading, but of course I'll start the journaling and stuff process. I will update you in September's video on wherever I'm at, and also in October's video wherever I'm at, and then November's as well. I may not be completed because I'm probably working through this, and my plans are to video those well before those months come up. So, you know, because I want to work more focused on my writing once the school year begins. My grandson will be really super busy then, and which he's busy now. And it's just, you know, I'm an old school teacher. I used to be teaching. This is my 10th year of retirement from teaching. So I've been collecting my pension from teaching for 10 years. I didn't completely retire with Social Security and all that until this year. And I will be hopefully having a celebration soon that I filmed, because I gave myself a little mini party earlier this year when I fully retired. But obviously, I'm not completely retired because I'm doing YouTube. I don't get any money at this point in time because I don't have enough subscribers and so on, but you never know. It might be passive income along with my writing. That's my hope in my quote-unquote retirement. I'm using this book, Shadow Work, Journal and Workbook 3-in-1, an in-depth guide based on Carl Jung's work by Felix R. Buchwald. And what we find in here, I'm just going to look at the premise of it. You know, they talk about different things. It gives you the introduction to shadow work in a nutshell. And then part 1 is exploring the depths of shadow work with mapping the wounds in the soul. Let the inner exploration begin. Shadow work essentials, alphabet of the heart. Emotions are at your soul's language. Unmasking intimacy, attached styles, mending the broken mirror, trauma healing, how dreams and trauma healing, how dreams illuminate the self, dream analysis, intriguing shadows, unveiling unity, the spiritual dimension of shadow work, and the shadow den, your sacred journaling environment. Then in part 2, shadow work journaling prompts about your childhood, your inner child, relationships, identity, dreams, fears, shame wound, trust wound, anger wound, avoidance wound, parent wound, life's blueprint. So, like I said, my series called My Childhood Trauma is Like a Dragon That Burns My Present to Ashes when it surfaces. You know, that sort of concept is a part of that series. That's not exactly the title. I made the title really long. It was kind of a little poem, and I loved it when I wrote it, and I misquote it all the time, but that's okay. Anyway, so I hope you'll be checking out that series as I continue with it. It will have 8 parts, but then I will have another series that talks a little bit more about what you do when your present gets scorched all of a sudden, you know, and it suddenly burns your present to ashes. Obviously, it isn't complete because I am like a phoenix. I rise from it. So I'm going to hopefully share with you and then give you pointers on how you can find resources to work with your own traumas and help you be a better you. And the whole goal is that you produce more and are more happy and thriving in your present. So anyway, we'll talk more on that subject. Anyway, so this is a part of my Metaphysical Monday for August that I wanted to insert here. So that's kind of like my message, and I hope that you'll kind of enjoy that. And this is my beautiful 7 Super 7 pendant that I will be wearing, I hope, a lot in the future. I can't wait to wear it, like probably right after this video. But anyway, so I've been waiting to get this out, so I'm happy. If you like this video, don't forget to put that thumbs up button, and do subscribe to my channel, An Accidental Retiree. I'm Tammy E. Bye for now, and God bless.